Hello, how's it going? Welcome to another Gamedev stream. Today is number 16, I think, of all of these game development streams where we're working on Gridle. Today we'll keep working on the enemy variations that we started doing on Monday. The goal is to add different types of variations to our enemy behaviors so that there's more strategy involved in the game. We have to compose your party to handle the different behaviors, pretty much. So on Monday we managed to hold on, let me turn on the music. Sorry. So Monday we managed to get the actual base ability classes done, and we also managed to implement, I think, 7 different abilities thus far. So today we'll keep working on adding some more abilities, but we'll also add some support for enemy variations of their stats, of their base stats, meaning we can define like per enemy multipliers to each enemy, because right now they all still have the same base stats, roughly the same. It's like randomized by 10% up and down, I think, but they all have the same based on just the current level. So that's another thing that we're going to do today, hopefully. And then also I want to add support for defining enemy abilities based on the current difficulty of the game. On the back end of, or offline, I guess, I actually worked on multi-save systems. And one of the things that these will have is different difficulties, right? These difficulties will have different enemy behavior tiers, I guess you could say. And so I want to set up support for defining different behaviors based on whatever enemy behavior tier we have. I think we have enemy ability strength, I called it. Yeah, so we have 4 different tiers now. We have none, we have low, normal, and high. None obviously is just no abilities. Low means they're pretty weak, but they have some abilities. And I see Teddy now is being a little menace towards Luna. Oh. Alright, some drama in the background here. But yeah, so the low is some base abilities. Normal is just, that's going to be the default, and then high is going to be like extreme levels. I think only in high, for example, is where we'll actually add the foul play ability, the one that targets the weakest members of the party. So some abilities will only appear on the hardest difficulty, pretty much. Right, let's get started. So I think we'll start by adding per enemy multipliers. I think we'll do that in characters, enemies, enemy instance. Here. So seemingly there's only two public fields, so that's good. Let's see if that's true. Well, there's only 2 exposed in the inspector, I should say. Yeah, health bar and the ability holder. Great. I also, of course, have done this. I've added the ability holder to all of the enemies now, so they all should work fine. Right. So, I think we want to do this with a struct instead of just a bunch of floats, because that way we can collapse this field in the inspector. Maybe, actually, you can probably do that. Unity, collapsible inspector, or collapsible header, yeah. No, okay, so let's just do a struct then. We'll do public struct multiplier So I'll have a float. Health mult equals 1F. Structural field initializer must include. Okay, yeah. Float, damage. I would just call it health. Multiplier dot health. Multiplier dot damage. Do these? I think we'll. Yeah. Money multiplier and XP multiplier, right? I think that's it. Then we just need a public multiplier. Health equals 1, damage equals 1, money equals 1, and XP equals 1, right? Ramp. Right. Is it not? No, it's not. It's super annoying. Okay. So we'll have to do this. Right. But then we can do a default constructor as well. Is that not supported? Huh. Then what? Oh, right. Can we initialize the values now? No. Hold on. Where did we... We did this stuff somewhere else. Where was that? That was in our support classes, right? Let's see. Support class here. Oh, we just... Okay. Right. So we're going to have to just do it like this then. So public multiplier, and we'll just call it multiplier. Stat multiplier. Set this to a new multiplier of 1 as the default value. And that should immediately give us all the different multipliers on our enemies. So let's see. Let's open a random enemy. We have... Right, we need to make it system.serializable, meaning it can be shown in the inspector, pretty much, right? Yeah. And I think we might need to make these struct fields public. Yes, we do. Right now, these are private. Need to do it like that, I think. Yeah, there we go. So now we have per enemy stat multipliers. Of course, we're not doing anything with these right now. They're just there. So we need to make sure we use them, and that will probably be here, right? Set enemy stats. Yeah. So all we gotta do is just this dot health equals health times stat multiplier dot health, and then let's do the max health should be the health that we just set. Same for the damage, but instead we do stat multiplier dot damage. Money dropped, we do stat multiplier dot money, and XP dropped, we do stat multiplier dot XP. There we go. So that is, I think, already per enemy stats done. So now we can, for example, who do we want to make weak? Let's do let's have the Scorpion have like 10% of the base HP, but he has double the damage. Let's do that and see if that works. Let's change up the party a bit so they don't kill him immediately. Let's see. Right now we're at roughly like 400 HP on the enemies, right? Yeah, 420 roughly. Let's see if we... Here's a Scorpion, so he has 36 health. And he has 54 damage compared to like 28. Yeah. So that seems to work fine. And he has the haste ability, right? Yeah. So that is already the base stats done. Let's check that off in the my Trello board. Right, so let's switch it up by adding some additional abilities, I think. My plan was for, I think I want to do the Goblin's Greed ability now. The one that it increases the attack speed based on how many coins are on the ground. Which I think could be a really fun ability to have. So let's see, we need some way to keep track of the coins then. We have... There is a script for the coins, I know that. Coin here. These are pretty short script. I think we could theoretically have like a static class or a static field that keeps track of the coins. So like if we do something like this, public static integer coins on the ground. Initialize it to 0 and then I think we start tracking it once they are actually collectible. Maybe. I'm not sure. Because technically they are there. This is like, coins cannot be collected until a fourth of a second has passed. So that means they will be there for at least 1/4 of a second from when they spawn. So the question is, do we want to track them? Do we want them to count from where they when they spawn or when they're collectible? Because if we do it from when they spawn, then that's going to give all the enemies that has this Goblin's Greed ability like a boost, and you can't really do anything about it for a short while. But at the same time, there are abilities that you can't do anything about regardless, like that just boosts the classes. So I think we'll do it from the start, like as soon as the coins spawn, it tracks. So coins on the ground, ++. And then just in our collect method, I think we'll do coins on the ground, -. Right? Yeah. And the problem is when we switch between scenes and whatnot, this is going to be inaccurate. Now he's back again, the little menace. Teddy. He really loves to annoy Luna for some reason. And she just likes to lay a nap. Right, so what if we do this? We do private boolean has been collected. If it's a false. And we set that to true if can be collected and has not been collected. So here we do has been collected equals true. Coins on the ground, -. Because then we can do something like this as well. On destroy. Coins on the ground. Minus, minus. If it has not been collected. Meaning the coin got destroyed, but it didn't get collected. Most likely because we switched the scene. Or something like that. Then we'll do coins on the ground. Minus, minus. And this should hopefully like always mean there is like the coins on the ground stat is accurate. There we go. So I think that should work. Now the question is, how do we wanna do the ability? Let's see, characters, enemies, abilities. We'll create a Goblin's Greed ability. Oh, this is correct, right? We'll just do float boost per coin, and that will be 0.01. So we get like a 1% boost for each coin on the ground. Or let's do 2.5, I think. Boost per coin. Value wrapper.value equals new value wrapper. And we'll have it be, the default value will just be 1. Right? And then we just add that to the attack delay. Right, this is attack delay mult. Right. Boost per coin. Okay. Goblin's Greed. Attack speed increased by boost per coin percentage for each coin on the ground. There we go. And then I think in our coin script, we could probably just do a public static event system.action on coins, coin amount changed. We should take a float, right? There. So here we'll do on coin amount changed dot invoke, or no, not a float, an integer. Can make coins on the ground field private, and then we just invoke it with the coins on the ground. So we just invoke this method every time we change the amount of coins. Oops. There. See if that compiles. Yep. Right. So Goblin's Greed ability. All we'll do is coins dot on coin amount changed. Right? Oh no. Coin. Plus equals set the haste. We'll just call it. And then of course we need to define a method. Public void set haste that takes an integer. And what that will do is we need to keep track of the value or the value wrapper. There we go. And all we'll do is set the value to 1 minus boost per coin times number of coins. There. See if this runs fine. Now that we changed about like logic for the coins. Yeah. Also, let's do something like this. Debug.log coins on the ground, just to make sure that this is accurate. Oops. Zero. Yeah. Yeah. Seems to be fine. Now we're up in like 60, yeah. Right. I just realized if we want to actually boost by the percentage, since this is the value is actually multiplied to the delay between the attacks, then we'll need to do one. What would it be? Attack speed increased by. Is it this one? One divided by boost per coin. So that will be 100. Will it? 1 divided by. Yeah, that will be 100. Minus 1 times 100. No, that is really wrong. Boost per coin. I think it will be 1 minus boost per coin, and then to the power of number of coins. Right? I think so. So we have to do math.how number of coins. I think that's more accurate, actually. Yeah. I do believe so. How do we do haste ability? Right, so here we'll have to do. This will just be boost per coin times 100, right? Yeah. There we go. So now this is more accurate. It's going to prefabs, enemy instances, Goblin Land. Have we gotten that far? I'm not sure if we have. No, we're on the 3rd world. I guess let's speed it up really fast. We have this little time scale thingy. And just fast forward. There we go. Goblin Land. We made it. Right. So let's add it to this guy, Goblin Thief. That feels pretty suiting to give him Goblin's Greed ability. He doesn't have an icon yet. That's fine. Let's see. Actually, let's do something like this, right? Float mult equals this, all of this stuff. Use it that way we can debug it. Here are coins, number coins, coins. Setting haste to mult. So then we'll see what the multiplier becomes. Just and let's remove this debug log. Right, so let's do a bunch of mages so we don't kill them too fast. 1 coins. Oh, did we get him already? No, that's the archer. Here. Right? Ah, but maybe we... Okay, let's do a couple miners instead. Okay, setting haste to... But why is that? This dude does not have... He does not have the Goblin's Greed, right? And why are we printing this? Like, where is this coming from? Really confused about this. Can we, like, find a reference? Okay, let's see. Goblin's Greed ability. Let's pause the game and let's do find references in scene. Player data? What? Excuse me? Class managing, sorry. What? Why would this be referencing it? Oh, it could be because we're referencing the world, which references the enemies, right? Which references the prefabs, yeah. Maybe that's it. But it shouldn't print this. Set haste. Is it because there was a goblin thief once and somehow we're not? That might be it, yeah. Oh, wait. Yeah, that is it. We just have to unsubscribe. Silly me. We just have to do this. Coin.onCoin amount changed minus equals. That was the issue. So it wasn't actually that there was a game object alive in the scene that was calling it, but it was that we had a goblin thief once in the game and we hadn't unsubscribed to the onCoins changed function. So now we shouldn't see that issue anymore. Here we have the Goblin Thief. And he's attacking. Yeah, he does have like double the attack speed. Now what if we just collect all of these coins? And all of a sudden he's much slower. Yeah. Attack speed increased by 1% for each coin on the ground. Yeah. I feel like this is a bit inaccurate. Like what would 1 divided by 6? Like how do we actually calculate this? 1 divided by 0.558. So that is incorrect. Setting haste to 558, that would mean like an 80% speed boost. So that's incorrect. 1 divided by 0.5471 would equal an 82% speed boost. So we are like 20% off here for some reason. And I can't, like the math is not popping into my head. Set haste. So we give a 1% speed boost. I mean, the easiest way to think about it is how would it look like with 100 coins? 100 coins means 100% speed boost, meaning it should be 0.5, right? So let's see, number of coins. Multiplier should be number of coins. So what if we do number of coins times boost per coin? So if we have 100 now, then we get, this will be 1. Yeah. And then we need 1 to become 0.5, so then it will be 1 divided by this, right? I think that's it. So we shouldn't be using like exponents and whatnot. I think this is the accurate way. So let's see. Speed this up a bit. Let's try 60 coin is giving us 1.6. That looks fine, right? No, wait, setting haste to... Now it's the other way around. Like it's slowing him down, I think. Okay, let's do 1 divided by 0.6. 1 divided by 0.6394. Hold on. Right? I feel like this should be much easier than it is. What? Number of coins. So with 100 coins, we should get 0.5. Should be the final value. We should transform 100 to 0.5 in some way, in a general way. Am I not doing that? So 100 coins divided by boost per coin, right? Wait, hold on. That's wrong. Okay, so let's do if we were to give it a 50% boost, that would be how is this so hard? What? This is now we're actually getting stuck at. Okay. Let's say we have 25 coins on the ground. That means a 25% speed boost. That means we multiply by 0.75. The reason this is like messing with my head is because we're getting the multiplier for the attack delay, like the time between the attacks. So it's kind of inverted right to the speed. Okay, so that is the attack delay multiplied by 0.75, right? So if we get 25 to 0.75, that would be number of coins times boost per coin. And then it would be 1 minus, but that's the problem, right? Is that what happens when we get over... when we go over 100 coins? Like 100% boost, that is not 0, that should be 0.5. I cannot believe this is so difficult to wrap my head around. Like, there should be some division here. That is the only way we can get what we want. Right. So I think the best way to do it. So what we had before was good. Like, if we have 100 coins, we want 0.5. And we always want it to be less than 1. Less than or equals to 1, of course. So that means 1 divided by 1, I think. Plus some extra stuff. I think this is it. That extra stuff should be number of coins plus boost per coin. Please. That should be it, right? So number of coins, if we have 100, this will be 1 if we have 100 coins. That is 1 divided by 2. Yeah. I think that's it. God, I can't believe it. I got stuck on there for like 10 minutes. Hold on, let's see. Let's find the Goblin Thief. There he is. Setting haste to... But now... Ay, why is it such a big number now? Setting haste to... Now it's a super big number instead. Why? Number of coins. Oh, I did plus. Times boost per coin, of course. There we go. Let's see now. There. Setting haste. Still. What? One. Oh, and of course we need. Need to wrap that in parentheses, of course. Now it should work. Like 6 times the charm. Yeah, there we go. So now this is fine. What if we manage to get 100 coins on the ground? And it should give us 0.5. Come on, guys. Nope. Alright, let's see. 90. 92 coins. Yeah. This looks much more accurate. Let's collapse it, because that way we can make sure we're getting the same results. Yeah. 50. Yeah, that looks good. That is correct. Okay, there we go. 10 minutes later, we've managed to actually get this right. Great. So that's the Goblin's Greed ability. Done. Now let's do a healer. So healer just means the enemy will just heal instead of attack, I think. Scripts, characters, enemies, abilities. Heal behavior, we'll call it. Or let's just do heal ability. So here we should be able to just, I think, copy the foul play ability a bunch. Because that one actually overrides the attack behavior. Damage behavior override. Heal. Will do. Float will be heal percentage. Have them heal 10% health each time. There we go. Healer heals the member in front by hit percentage times 100 to spring. Oh, max. Oh, there we go. Let's see if we have any way to fetch the enemies. Should have that. If not, we'll have to add it. Scripts will be under game management and then level manager. No, never mind. Wait. Base game manager, is that it? Yeah, okay, that's it. Enemies, here. Spawn wave. Do I have any get enemy in front? Yeah, enemy. That's perfect. That's exactly what we want. So then we'll just do heal ability. It'll be enemy instance. Enemy in front equals base game manager instance get enemy in front. If enemy in front is not equals to our enemy instance, this just makes sure we can't, the enemy doesn't heal themselves. Enemy in front dot heal. Enemy in front dot get. Is there no get max health? Let's see. Nope, there's not. So let's add that. Get max health. So enemy in front get max health times heal percentage. There we go. So now what if we add another enemy instance as Goblin Land? We add a... Let's just copy the Goblin Thief for now. Call him Goblin Healer. So we give him heal ability. Right? And why is that not... Oh, it should be public, of course. Heal ability. Wait, do we just... Let me check here. Right, okay. So I have to define another thing here. 35. Goblin Healer. there. And then in the world, no wait, here in the world scriptable object, we just add goblin healer to the backline enemies, and that means he should spawn and heal his party member in the front. That did not happen. Why? Huh. That's odd. The backline enemies doesn't seem to work. What about the between enemies? Goblin healer. Yeah, there we go. Okay. Still says goblin. Oh, that's because because it's a scriptable object. We haven't changed the name. Goblin healer. But they did seem to heal, right? I think that did happen. Yeah. Yeah, they are healing the guy in the front, which is great. Now, of course, we don't have the heal text thingy that we do everywhere else. Like the green little text that pops up when you heal. Like this. When you heal. Oh, right. I was surprised at first, like, what was that? But it's one of the knowledge upgrades where if you click a miner, it increases their next, like, yield. That's super cool. Forgot about that. Right. But we want to add the heal text. Of course. So how are we doing that? Check controller. It will be under main classes, character health here. Let's look at our own heal method here. Heal. Damage text manager, instance display heal text. Oh, that is so beautiful. I love it. Like, there's no prefab we have to reference or anything. We just call this method, which is so awesome. Okay, so enemy instance on the heal function, right? We just call this. And that's it. That is so beautiful. Let's see. Oh, goddamn! They heal him a lot. Yeah, right, because it's 10% of his health. But yeah, it's working. It's working quite well. Like, now they're healing the guy. What if we add one archer? Let's try and kill him. Yeah. Hey, what's good? How's it going, coward? Yeah, so now they are healing each other, which is super cool. But they still die, though. Oh, it's because the archer is too busted still. Like, he's creating them. What if we do all knights? 8 damage? That's pathetic. Let's up that a bit, please. Spray to click veil and try to... Yeah. So now they're healing him. That's super cool. What does this guy have? Goblins green? Is that what it says? That's a misspell then. Goblins greed. Yeah. Alright, so that's healing behavior done as well. Which is super cool. The healer is implemented. Now I think it is time to actually do our handler of the abilities based on like the game difficulties, so that we can define different sets of abilities based on whatever difficulty you're playing at. I think the way I want to do this is under each enemy, we'll just define a new, like an empty game object like this, which is the ability holder, we'll call it, for example. And then under here, we add different game objects based on whatever difficulty it is. So we do low, normal, and high, right? Was that the ones we did? Let's see. Enums, ability, low, normal, high. Yeah. There we go. So we do different levels like this, and then as soon as the enemy like gets spawned, we check like which one of these do we want to actually use. And in here, under here is where I actually add like the different abilities. So like heal ability here, maybe this gives damage ramp up ability and all that. And so we just use whichever one of these the game difficulty is set to, pretty much. So I think all we have to do is we'll define another class. Classes, no, wait. Characters, enemies. Ability holder. Right, we call that ability holder. That is unfortunate.